like to see the power of the Force. Is that a yes or a no?
Hey, sexy bitch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, we're here. We have encountered another Star Wars prequel. Now, let's just say a lot of individuals do not really care for those Star Wars prequel films that we saw 10 plus years ago. A lot of people will say that those prequels really damaged the Star Wars legacy and the legacy of George Lucas. Those prequels were just lacking something, and fast forward to the present day, we get a new Star Wars prequel. And I'll admit, when I heard that this was a prequel, I was really concerned. And just those prequels honestly don't really do it all that for me, and a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans hate those prequels. However, let's just say those prequels could have been a lot better. Because when it comes to Star Wars prequels, I get nervous. You want to know why I get nervous? Because we get something that looks exactly like this. Take a look. Felicity Jones is looking like, yeah, don't bring that over here. You leave that over there. We don't need that mess over here. So the first thing I want to talk about would be the look of this movie. The look has that really dirty, grungy, hardcore look throughout the film. Other Star Wars films, or even the last one, The Force Awakens, had really bright, beautiful colors throughout. But the tone of this film and the color goes with the story and the characters, actually. Because these characters throughout the film have had sad lives and the sad circumstances that come with life. Also, the CGI in this movie is beautiful and perfect to look at. It is just gorgeous. It really captures the look of the old Star Wars films with CGI. And that was actually my favorite part of the movie. The best aspects for me, personally, would have to be the look and the CGI of this movie. Even though a majority of fans know how this film was going to end, it is still very well crafted and has a really good story behind it. It's a perfect blend of modern action and classic Star Wars style. And for fans of the original Star Wars who didn't really care for episodes 1, 2, and 3, Rogue One is a prequel I'm sure you've been wanting, fans have been wanting, and I've been wanting, because it's just a prequel that really stands out and it's great. Also, the battle scenes in this movie are beautiful to look at, and I feel like this is the first Star Wars film where we actually see a really good war. And Donnie Yen, we have to talk about Donnie Yen. You may know him from movies like Ip Man. He is a badass in this character. He's like the Asian Daredevil. He's blind. I know that's not politically correct, but he's just a badass throughout this movie. And I just thought he was a really cool character. Also, we got to talk about my favorite, and probably everyone's favorite, Darth Vader. Vader time. Wasn't there a wrestler that said that? Anyways, I wish Darth Vader would have had more screen time, because I'm a really big Darth Vader fan. It was cool to see him. I love hearing James Earl Jones voice the character, but I just wish he would have had a little bit more screen time. Also, to be honest, I feel like the characters are just a little bland throughout this movie. Compared to Rey and Finn in The Force Awakens, I just feel like their characters could have had more character development, could have been more well-rounded, because with Rey and Finn, even if you've never seen a Star Wars film, you can connect to those characters. And that's one thing I actually want to talk about. If you haven't seen a Star Wars film, you may find the plot of this movie to be a little confusing. Also, Forrest Whitaker is in this movie, and he's good in this movie. He's always been a really great actor. Even though he does kind of sound like a tired British guy who has really heavy asthma, I don't know why his voice was a little funny to me in this movie. overall, these are my final bitch and Buddha thoughts on Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. It's good. It's better than the Lucas prequels. I love the look of this movie. To be honest, I do find the characters to be just a little bland. They could have been more well-rounded, as I previously mentioned. It was great to see Darth Vader back. I want to see more of Darth Vader. And I do like The Force Awakens better, but I like how this film was a reminder in a way of the old Star Wars films and how we just love those Star Wars films and how it proves we can still have a really good Star Wars film that has that dark, grungy look. So overall, if I had to give Rogue One, A Star Wars Story a rating, I would give it, let me think. I would give this movie, are you ready? Because I'm ready. I'd give this movie, an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I think most people will enjoy it. If you're someone who's not really heavy on Star Wars, I wouldn't recommend this movie to you, because if you're someone who hasn't seen any Star Wars films, you will find this one a little confusing. I saw this film with my dad, actually, and he's only seen, 3 Star Wars films, and even he was a little confused. Actually, a lot confused. So, that's my rating. I hope you all check out Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I'm looking to the next Star Wars movie, Han Solo. It seems like we're going to get a Star Wars movie every year. Until next time, this is Nile Fortner. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh, Jar Jar, everyone hates you but me. Mwah.